monkeys, how you doing? Damien Keys here. How is it going? It is beautiful sunshine in Brighton, so we've come outside to talk to you about my new idea, which you might have seen on Instagram, you might have seen on my Facebook, but this is where this journey is going to start. The last couple of weeks I've been thinking, debating, I've been looking at the content I've made that I want to make. I did what I normally do, which is I go to the end and I work my way backwards, and I came to the conclusion, because I love doing this. This to me is my creativity. So last year I did nearly 150 gigs, and that was my kind of creative outlet. I was in the office a lot, I was working, I was traveling, I was building businesses, and this social media kind of came along, and then I was gigging. But I was gigging all over the country 3 times a week. It was just too much. Something had to give, and that went. And so this is now my creative outlet, working with musicians, working with businesses, doing social media, doing these videos, building the channel. So I started thinking, what do I want to do, rather than just standing up against the wall and telling you more tips, which as much as I love doing, I started thinking, what if I could actually demonstrate? Rather than just telling you, what happens if I could say, this is what we've done, this is why we've done it, how we've done it, and this is what happened, this is how it worked, this is what was good, and this is what didn't work. And I kept thinking about it over the last couple of weeks, and last night I started just writing and scribbling ideas whilst I was in the office, and I've got this idea. And this is the start of this journey, and this whole thing might change, but this is what I'm thinking. I would like to take on a band. I would like to take on a band doing social media and effectively some kind of management type thing. Now, I am not going to be your official manager and start trying to approach record labels, but in order for me to actually show people what is good about social media and what can be done with social media, in order to set the band up in the right way for social media and therefore make it build as one coherent project, I think I can do that. And then what I can do is I can document around it. So rather than me saying, here's some stuff you can do, I can say, this is what we're doing on a daily basis, and then I can get other people to watch and do the same thing. So effectively, I guess what I'm saying is, I'm gonna take on one band. I haven't figured out all the details. I haven't figured out whether it's 3 months or whether it's 6 months or whether it's long term. I haven't figured that out. I have decided that I'm going to take on a band and I'm going to smash it. I'm going to make that band, take them from a low level, I'm going to take them as high as I can. And I'm already trying to figure out how it's going to work. So before you start asking loads and loads of questions, I don't have all of the answers yet. But this is what I do know. There's not going to be a percentage. The way it's going to work is, I'm going to do this for my social media and my audience. Therefore, any money that's made for this band, the band will get it. The way I'm going to do it, to make it fair for everybody, is I'm going to make sure that anytime we do any promo, I am going to use my team, but I'm going to be doing it on iPhone or Samsung phones or low-level DSLR cameras, so that there isn't this excuse of, oh, it's okay for you if. This is going to be a way I can actually do things so that you can copy them with your band. And then what I'd like to do is not just document the journey of the band, but this next section, which I haven't even thought all of the details, but how can I find the right band? Because I can tell you that I am not just looking for talent or songs or a look. That is just something that I just assume is going to have to be there. I am looking for work ethic. I am looking for how much time you've got. I want the bass player and the drummer to be as motivated and have just as much work ethic as the guitarist or the singer, and vice versa. I am not looking for a band where there's that one person that drags everyone through it. That ain't going to work for me. I want to be able to manage this project and see how far we can take it whilst documenting it on a day-to-day basis. Now, the reason why I want to do this is, again, for behind the scenes. I want to be able to not just build this band, but I want to show everyone else kind of what can be done, because I'm bored of what's the old school way of doing things, which is the music industry just going, ta-da, finished. And I want to say, no, let's document the entire journey of a band. And I think that's what we can do. So let me say this, right? If you are interested in doing this, firstly, this is going to be hard work. And if you want to just write some songs and stick them out there and have fun, this is absolutely not something you should try and get involved in. I want a band that wants to really crack this, really wants to sell records, or more importantly, I want a band who really wants to make it. Because if I can do that, then you have to allocate the right amount of time and sacrifice to be able to do that. And if you are going to do that, the next lead up is going to be very important, because this isn't going to be everyone put your name into a hat and I'll pick one out at random. No way. If I'm going to work with a band, it's got to be the right band. The next process of finding the band is going to be key. And so it's going to probably have a 3 or 4 stage process where we get everyone in. From a names point of view, we start going through everyone's socials and everyone's music. We whittle that down. Then after that, we'll probably have to do some kind of interview round. And then after that, there'll probably even be some kind of challenge round where I can actually start saying, right, you've got 24 hours, write me a song. Or you've got 24 hours, go and make a vlog. And so we can actually see who can cut it. That's all I've got. That is literally as far as I've got. I don't have anything else. I just have this idea. If I could chart a band, if I could take a band from next to nothing to touring around the UK, then I can show you guys the way that social media and the music industry is now, rather than what I'm seeing all of the time, which is people harping back to the olden days, which it is not anymore. And so whilst I say it's managing the social media, I'm going to have to take some control. And so therefore, I'm looking for a band that's going to be willing to work with me. And I'm not going to do your social media for you, I'm going to do it with you. But we have to set the band up. How many rehearsals are we going to have a week? How many songs are we going to write a week? What social media pillars are going to go out per week? It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of work. So if you are interested, I need you to do one thing. Go on the YouTube, subscribe to YouTube, because this is the channel that I'm going to be pushing it on. So right now, what I need you to do is do that, click the bell, and the next video over the next couple of days will have a little bit more meat on the bones of how you can set yourself up ready to get involved with this. And so it's not just put your name into a hat. Don't send me links, because at the moment I started to announce this on Instagram and Facebook last night, and I had about 100 bands come through with links. I don't need that. What I need is, I'll tell you what to do and when to do it. All you've got to do is follow the instructions and we'll take it from there. I think this could be ridiculously exciting. I think it could help the audience as well as helping the band. Obviously, it's going to be a great opportunity for a band, but there's a long way to go and I've got a lot to think about. So right now, think about it. Think if this is actually the right thing for you, and get ready for a video coming up on what you can do next. Go and subscribe to my YouTube if you don't already. Hit the notification, sit tight over the next week, and I will be in touch. See you later.